Hello everybody, my name is Maria de las Nieves Suarez. I'm a PhD student at the Technical University of Catalonia in Barcelona, Spain. This presentation goes about the survey research related to meet the perception towards tourist presence of the resident population of Alcossebre, a tourist destination in the province of Castellón, in the Valencian community. Presentation comprises 5 chapters. An introduction, which is about the tourism in Spain as well as the different situations that residents of the tourist places along the Mediterranean coast have lived since the tourism phenomenon arrived to their locations. The case study characterization, where the selected town is shown in its tourist, economic, social, and environmental aspects. The survey development, where the methodology for getting the information, the questionnaire design, and the calculation method for the results are exposed briefly. The survey results according to the variables established in a demographic profile and a summary of the overall results according to the questionnaire given to respondents. And finally, some conclusions and contributions of the residents of the coastal places on the Mediterranean reached a better quality of life due to the job creation and the tourism promoted by the state. But tourism also involves the problem of saturation associated with the demand stationary, that's it, in the summer. For many years, this positive impact on society as injection of incomes, job creation and improvement of infrastructures and services has overshadowed another aspects and implicit negative effects. Effects such as environmental impacts, that is, excessive urban development, waste generation, and environmental degradation. Or cultural ones, in local populations, like the adoption of foreign traditions or the dissemination of stereotype images. Alcalá de Xivert municipality is located in a privileged area within the Mediterranean coast, between the Costa de Azar and the Interior Maestrat region on the Comunidad Valenciana littoral. This small coastal town is a holiday destination with a tourist model of sun and beach prevailing on the Mediterranean littoral, since the profitable business of mass tourism was released in the early 70s. The social perception of the economy in the Mediterranean region during the 60s and 70s was of great instability and temporality, marked by dependence on rain-fed agriculture and artisanal fishing. Vacation in the coastal towns promoted by the government gradually grew residents more dependent on the tourism revenues and profits. Since the decade of the 80s, the locals began to learn how to live with visitors, and now they have already assimilated the tourist phenomenon as part of their livelihood, often without notice or anticipate possible future costs in other fields of local development. Along the more than 10 kilometers coastline belonging to Alcalá de Xivert Alcossebre, it can be found a wide variety of beaches, from small secure coves to large fully accessible beaches equipped with all the utilities necessary to rest and relax. They are beaches which have kept the blue flag since its introduction. Alcossebre surprises with an original landscape, rich, diverse, and full of contrasts, where the plains and mountains alternate with beaches and rocky coastal areas. There, surrounded by history, protected by the mountains of Irta and immersed on a vast expanse of alluvial formation, the town sits. This coastal region has also both extensive cultural and historic heritage. the Hermitage of Santa Lucia and Saint Donet, the Castel de Gibert, besides, the Mediterranean coast offers an assortment of typical dishes made of rice, like the paella. The holidays at Alcalá de Gibert and Alcossebre is mainly held in spring and summer, which alternate when combined with the religious and profane ancestral rites of the symbolism of fire, dancing, and balls. Otherwise, the supply of hotel accommodation, apartments in modern urbanizations, and second dwellings is mainly in the first line of the coast. And to complete this tourism model, nautical recreational activities at the Las Fuentes Marina, such as diving, sailing, and excursions to the nearby Columbretes Islands are daily offered. This tourism model is frequently associated to the real estate industry and its reality. It has provided a secure employment to the people of Alcossebre in the service sectors and construction for many years. Regarding population data, Alcossebre has experienced a notable increase in recent times. In 1996, the municipality had almost 5,000 inhabitants, but in 2012, this quantity had more than doubled. Table 1 shows its evolution since 2002, according to the Statistics Valencian Institute. People from all over Spain and the entire world have become settled in this town and in the neighboring ones, searching employment opportunities that offer tourism and real estate industries. Due to tourism, the resident population has gone from being mainly local to a set of northern European descent, Maghreb, Latin, and Oriental nuclei. Some loss of local identity, a transformation of cultural and social values, and an increase in demand for health and education services have resulted. Although this has also benefited the repopulation of these places and recycling of homes before destined to be ruined by neglect. As I have said at the beginning of this slide presentation, in this work, a study of a well-known aspect of tourist activity like the perceived impacts by residents that tourism may have on host population is realized. The purpose of this research was to meet the feelings of people in Alcossebre and their attitude towards tourism and visitors, and also to know the problems that face them as residents and their possible reaction to the solutions that could be implemented by the planners. According to the extensive literature on tourism in recent years, the perception of residents is an added value to take into account in the decision-making towards sustainable tourism. Beyond joining local Agenda 21 programs, to analyze the feelings of the local people has not yet been implemented systematically towards sustainability in many localities. The ways in which the inhabitants of Alcossebre perceive and feel to the presence of visitors in its role as host community is explored. This purely subjective and difficult to measure the effects which it also suffers to the problems associated with human and vehicular seasonal overloading were interpreted. The methodology employed is based on a survey conducted in Alcossebre during the months August, September, and October 2014, with a valid sample of 367 residents. The econometric treatment to quantify those unquantifiable aspects of tourism was through a questionnaire design with questions ranking and Likert scale.